Hey family, what is up? Welcome to one of our public Q&As here at Enter Tai Chi / Enter Shaolin. I'm your host CJ Jamie. This is Sifu Fu. Sifu Larry will be bebopping in and out. He is manning the sound and everything from behind the scenes. So if there is something that he is not doing, you let me know. Okay, let's know how we sound. He's getting all tangled up, and I think that was by accident and not on purpose this time.
Nothing to see.
Look, all that goofing off, and now you're really getting
So what's
tangled
going
up.
down tonight?
So let's see who we have on. We have Errol coming in from London, UK. Brother, I don't know if you got my email response, but I responded back to the email you just sent me a little bit ago. I am so sorry for your loss, and I really pray that your mom is at peace. And we'll be praying for you and your family. We know how it is to lose a parent. Well, at least us, and it just sucks. It just sucks. No other way to describe it. Dr. Double says, hey, ya. Bob Bader says, oh, Lord. We're being bombed by Sifu Larry again. Okay. Bob Bader says, can Sifu show a parting horse's main application, please? Let us meditate on that for a second and say hello to the rest of the peeps, and then I'll see if Sifu Fu wants to share that or not. Golf instruction says, Dale coming in from Southern California. Hey, Dale. John coming in from South Jersey. Hey, John, I did not forget about you, but I'm just going to be able to talk to Sifu Fu about it this evening. So that's why I haven't called you back. So I will get back to you in the next 24 hours. Black Mass says, hey, I made it. Usually y'all do this Friday, 11 a.m. Then you have not been paying attention for a while. And maybe you're not on our email list. I don't know. But if you're not and you're not a member yet, go get our free ebook and our free gift of our 5-day video series at entershaolin.com/gift. Make sure you confirm your subscription, and then you'll get emails about what's going on behind the scenes, as well as any sales or anything like that, as well as access to that free gift. We've been doing these in the evening for the past month, maybe a little bit longer than that now, because of our schedules having to change. Long story short of it, we all have to work full-time other stuff right now while we're getting Enter Shaolin back on its feet from getting really, really hit by the economy in the past couple of years because of you know what. If you
Don't go, hush.
You know,
Shut up.
I ain't got to even
Shut
say the
up.
word. I ain't got to say the word.
Don't even say the unmentionable.
We won't even talk about the people in office. Anywho.
Will you stop? I'm trying to make a living.
Look,
They're going to cancel
there's
me.
other people talking about this stuff and not getting canceled. So I'm just saying,
Look,
we
man.
should just let it all out.
Look, man. I know you had a rough day.
I had a great day.
I know there's some things on your mind that you want to share with people, but don't.
Should I make another channel and like?
You have to make another channel.
Like
or
BitChute or
if
something
you want
like
to share in
that?
this channel, you're going to have to put some like rum in this or something.
I don't have any rum. Okay, moving on. So Cindy says, greetings, Sifu Fu, Sifu Larry, CJ Jamie, and Enter Shaolin family. Good to see you and everyone here. Good to see you as well. We got Miguel on. Hola. Let's see. Oh no, why does it do that? I hate when it just skips on me like that. She's a musician. Hey, what is going on? All right. Going through all the comments. A lot of you guys are talking back and forth. We got 80 Toby coming in from Chicago. It's winter wonder. I mean, it's a nightmare. Yes. Yeah. Are you getting hit by that new storm? That's like, I don't know if that's hitting today for you guys or maybe tomorrow. Let me know. That crazy ice storm after the crazy snowstorm. Let me know. You're very welcome, Errol. You're very, very, very welcome. Did Sifu Larry just give us the eye? I don't know what he did. He did something, that's for sure. Dama says, okay, we'll get to that. Sifu Fu.
I think he meant that as a joke.
Oh, I didn't read what he said. I just saw that there was a question. Oh, well, see, you don't know Dominic. It's a joke, but it's not a joke. He really does want to see Sifu Larry in pain. It's a fact. Just for old time's sake, too. Bob says, oh, yeah, I'm not surprised. Fortunately, a lot of schools have had to close down because of, yeah, the big C word. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm sorry to hear that, and sorry that, I mean, at least you guys are getting to practice, it sounds like, in the park and stuff like that. And yeah, that's why we're not doing stuff in the daytime right now. We're doing stuff in the evening because we're all having to work to make ends meet, and it is what it is. So we're doing the best we can. definitely
With
not.
what we got.
We're not sleeping as much as we probably all should be, and we are working around the clock on Inner Charlene and various other projects to keep us all afloat. God willing, that will be different by the end of the year or before that. John, you are very welcome. All right, it looks like we are good to go. Okay. Where was that question at? Now watch me not be able to find it. All right, we got that one. I know I saw a question up in here.
It was early in the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah, but for some reason it was, because here's the beginning. There's Errol.
The whole right there.
Oh, I was going past it. All right, I didn't think it was that close to the top. Bob says, can Sifu show a parting horse's mane application, please?
Okay. I think you mean wild horse separates mane. I think that's what you.
I'm pretty sure that's what he
wild horse
meant.
separate. All right. So wild horse separate mane is a very cool application. So you're talking about wild horse separate mane. So you're talking about like this here, right? So you're talking about this type of movement, right? So I do need a partner.
Hold on, give me a moment. I'm just adjusting the
this.
camera for you.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. All right, because I have a feeling we'll be right about there. All right.
So wild horse separates mane using this part here. It's basically there's several applications to wild horse separates mane. I'm just going to show you a basic one, okay?
So this is a basic application to separate.
Wild horse separates mane.
Well, he didn't get that out of the video, so
It could be off of pushes, it could be off of punches, anything that comes at you in a line of attack. So if she's attacking me like this, so I can basically hook this hand like this. So I'm hooking. So I don't know if you can see the camera, but wild horse.
Yeah, we can see it all from here to back here.
Okay.
Okay.
So wild horse separates mane is like this here into this hit right here. So it could be used underneath, over top. She's punching me, so I could go like underneath on here this way. So you can see I'm hitting towards the ribs, face too. So the idea is the elbow gets to the ribs, makes them buckle. As they buckle, it goes to the face. So that's one of the applications.
I feel like this should be a member situation right about now. All this extra page should be for our page.
The hooking of the arms like this is to teach you how to basically take anything that comes at you, like turn and then come up towards the side of the head. So you're taking any attack that comes at you this way, some. You can see I'm hitting in the form this way. So then it can go this way. So if you can see the form that goes like this and like this, it can go from, see the same punch. Same one? So it can be like this into this. So you can see I'm cutting this way into this movement. So when you're repeating in the form like this and you're repeating, it's so that I can take a hand like this and just go into this. You can work with this hand too. So I can do it like this. It doesn't matter. It could be used for underneath, over top. She can punch it like this way and go underneath this way. Oh, sorry. And go this way as well.
That would really help feel good.
No, but it's used to hook any attack that comes at you this way, like this way. And the idea is if I cut in this way like this, I can come up underneath or over top, depending on the application I'm doing this way.
So you're either hitting them up top or
over top or this way. So that's wild horse separates mane. The turning of the body is if you're really close, it uses more like for close quarter there into grappling type of stage where they're coming real close to you, like in this position like this. The turning of the body is still, it can offset them. So if you get the turning of the body, so when you do this part of the wild horse separate mane, it's when your arm connects into them like this, like in this position when you're into the grappling state, you're using your body to do that. So you don't try to throw it from your upper body, you're actually using your whole body into it. So it allows you to put much better force into the person, affecting much easier that way.
All right,
so,
wait, too many
done.
secrets, done. You want more, go to the site, innercharlene.com/join. We gotta get Sifu Larry one of those things where he can bring the switcher with him when he's doing stuff, which I think we have. So I just gotta find it and set it up so he can like, you know,
I ain't getting
switch
paid enough.
faster. I'll be able to pay you more if you do your job right.
Well, I got food on my shirt.
I don't know, why do you have
You let me go on camera with food on my
I
shirt?
didn't know you had it on. Look, I'm one of those friends, if I know something's wrong with
Speaking
you,
of
I
food.
will let you know, okay? But I didn't see
Who
it.
wants to eat a yak?
All right.
yakety yak.
Don't come back.
Yeah, those are work boots for the wintertime or just in general?
In general.
Oh, okay.
But wintertime too.
But
really.
definitely wintertime, for sure. Because, yeah, the weather has not been kind, and I don't know. I haven't even looked at this current storm to see what it's doing, so it should be interesting. All right. Keegan says, where is our school at? We have 2 private studios, one in Glassboro, New Jersey, and then also in Moonstown, New Jersey, which is also where we run Entershalen out of. If you'd like to know more about coming to train with us or about training with us in general online, feel free to email us at support@entershalen.com. She Style Musician says, if I tag you and ask questions, does it highlight your name like it does ours? Might help get people to question. No, it does not. I mean, it probably highlights for you, but it doesn't like give us like a signal or anything like that. We are working on moving to another platform that will hopefully streamline this whole Q&A situation a little bit.
You're on a 3-day ban, Chief Sound Musician. I'm on a 90-day back of the. And I keep getting in trouble. So every day they keep saying that my account's restricted. So sometime I think next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least like a couple times a week they're like going back to his older posts and just like going, you know what? For something from 2 years ago, we're banning you now for 90 days.
So now I'm constantly restricted. So what that means for me.
What happened to habeas corpus?
Yeah. What that means for me is that anybody who wants to see any post of mine from Facebook, it's at the bottom of their feed, buried so far deep that the chances of someone seeing it,
unless you constantly
always liking my stuff,
right? If you're constantly interacting with your stuff,
I keep trying to push that throttle a little bit, man. I'm defying the F book. Boom. Watch me get.
It won't be called F book anymore.
There.
Oh, no! Don't say that. You might get in trouble for that.
What?
Why?
Because that's how it is. They're listening everywhere.
I don't even care no more.
Where's my tinfoil hat?
Get me Facebook.
I'm coming in with a tinfoil hat next week, guys, to keep all the bad rays away and the reptilians.
So they can't control your mind.
That's right. Oh wait, they're gonna ban this video. Aren't
You're
they?
right, Chief Style. They want us. Habeas. Yes, that is absolutely. That is the end goal. I'm with you, bro. That is what this world is definitely trying to do. Yes, that's right. The law does not apply to corporations, just individuals. Yeah. Ugh,
We could talk about that one. I know. I can teach you a lot about that.
What do you want to? We could do a whole webinar. You can charge, however much you want per the session, and just go down the gamut of that.
How our whole government is really working and everything, and what they're trying to do.
Oh, it's not good, gal. It's not good.
And it's not conspiracy theory. It's fact.
Stop eating a banana.
Well, let's be honest. All the conspiracy theories for quite some time have becoming very factual. It's kind of in the definition. If you guys go look up the definition on Webster's dictionary, it's not what y'all think. That's what I'm saying. And that's all I can say right now. You should be saying sorry to all your conspiracy theory
We're already
friends.
making negative $55.
Exactly. How are they going to take away any more?
They
I'm
can.
done. I'm
If you go
having
to
a revolution.
If you go to a negative 100.
No, I really can't.
I did integers before, and it's totally plausible in the realm of science and physics to go
Oh,
negative.
yes, the rabbit hole,
That's
Ed.
all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Look, Ed's giving us high fives. Look, our people get it. Yeah, but not on YouTube. No, definitely can't do that on YouTube. That's for sure. That's right. Though some people get away with it, and I do wonder about
Those
that.
are the liberals. I mean, those are the
Oh my God, dude, I told
liberty.
No,
Liberty.
no,
Those
there's
are the
some.
liberties.
And this, folks, is why we don't get any. Listen? We got 145,000 followers on YouTube.
Yeah.
145,000. Do you know what that really equates for us in ad revenue?
Us
I
paying
can't even
them.
fill
No,
up
it's
my car.
147,000.
147 now.
Hey, get it right, man.
And dude, I can only imagine if we actually did stuff, right? Because like I've been
Only
slacking
imagine.
I don't know.
Let's not talk about that.
Well, dude, I want to raise. I want to go up to 25 cents an hour.
Phil said, thank you, Seafood, for slowing down your teaching and breaking it down and showing it a few times simplified. We always do that. Always. But you're very welcome, Phil. She's a musician, 147. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, you're kind of quiet. Let me see if anyone over on Facebook has a question. We got Robert coming in. Hello, Kung Fu brothers and sisters. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you on. We really have not been, I've noticed these evening ones, we have about the same amount of people on YouTube, but like Facebook is like crickets. So I don't know if they're not giving us much reach right now, or if it's just not a good time for Facebook Lives. Not really sure, but so far, not good. So.
Stop talking about the thing.
The creepy metaverse.
The thing.
The creepy creeper.
Don't
metaverse?
talk about it.
The reptilian metaverse.
Yes.
Well, no one else is asking questions, so I got to fill up the time, y'all. What else am I supposed to do? Hey, John. John says, did I remember to tell you me and my son are reopening our school? Kind of fell into my lap. No, I did not know and hear about that, but congratulations. Would love to hear more. For sure. He told me, says, sorry, I was playing a set of MK11. I lost, so I'm back.
Mortal Kombat. MK means Mortal Kombat. I think.
I'm assuming so. Ed, if you're live, I'm here to support the team, right? Phil says, how long have you all been doing Kung Fu and what style do you teach? And you have probably said, I just can't remember. So I will let Sifu talk about how long he's been teaching, and then Sifu Larry, and we'll go down the line from there.
I started when I was 8, so about 10 years now. No. 20 years, actually, no. I started training when I was 8 years old. I've been training since.
He's 50, y'all.
No, I'm not.
He'll be 51 this year. In
No, I'm
September.
I don't identify that way.
Well,
I identify myself
according
being
to this
25.
world, you're going to identify as whatever you want to be.
That's right.
So
So I'm 25.
Totally cool. But physically, biologically, you're not. So
No, because I changed time, too. I identified time being backwards as well. I have the power.
All right. So he's been training for a long time. When did you start teaching?
I started teaching officially when I was 19. And I had my school when I was 19, like June 8th, 1991. So it's like June 8th, so so I was like just 20. I was 19, just turning 20. But I've been teaching since I was like 17, but I just never had a school. I was just teaching people here and there. I didn't have a business, official business. I took over in 1991, so I was about 19 turning 20. It was in August I took over. My birthday September. So I was like almost 20 years old.
Nice.
So I've been teaching since. It was the hardest battle I ever had because I was so young looking. And I was young.
And
I was
you
like
were young.
19,
On
20,
top of
but
that,
I was
you looked like you were 14, 13.
Yeah, so people were like, my biggest battle coming, people were like, but you're so young. Like, how can you be a teacher? Like, you're only like 19 years old.
Teach me nothing.
All right, and I had to prove myself all the time. I'd be like, just throw any punch at me, see if you can hit me. You know, I would just have to show them. And then I would get students because of that, because I had to prove myself all the time at the time. And I was like, man, I can't wait for 20 years, so that way I can look like an old man, and then they can just like, oh yeah, he must be good. Look at his white beard, white hair. But that didn't happen. I don't have a white beard. I can't grow a beard.
Well, you're getting some white hair. So
I got white hair.
Maybe it'll eventually
but I can't grow a beard.
Up,
I cannot grow that Fu Manchu mustache.
But if you
or
grow
that,
all
that
white,
beard.
they might still go, oh, wise one. How old are you?
But I've been training since then. I just every day train. I practice like 4 or 5 hours a day. When I was younger, I trained every day for like, I would say for like 15 years straight without missing a single beat. Not a single day did I miss training. Even when I was sick, I still trained. You know, like, and that was a rarity. But even if I was sick, I still pushed through it. And then the funny thing was I would always feel better. Even if I was sick, I would train hard, and that sickness would go away. That day, it just training just made the sickness go away from me. But I've been training since. You know.
Good stuff. What about you, Sifu Larry? How long have you been training, and how long have you been teaching?
So when I was a baby,
when he was
there was
a
my
baby,
dad put a ball and his sword on the ground.
Boy, you shall be a warrior.
He said you had a pick, man. You only people who got that reference is old people like me. Unless you're old like me. I'm not even gonna say what movie it was. Anyways, my story's sort of like Sifu's, I guess. I've been doing martial arts my whole life. Different types and things, and I didn't really start teaching. For me, teaching came as a result of training with people, and we trained really, really aggressive. And it got to a point where I had to stop in the middle of sparring and things because nobody understood what I was doing. So I started teaching by default when a couple people I was teaching with wanted to give me money because they were taking up my time and I was just beating them up and showing them stuff. And so I had to ask Seafood, I'm like, these guys, and remember that conversation I had with you?
Yeah, you asked me if you could
It was a long
teach.
time ago, dude. So just a long time ago. that's why my beard's white, because it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And if
Back
Seafood
when we
could
discovered
grow one,
fire.
you would see his would be white too, but it's not. So as for me, I'd wanted to train since I was a little girl, but my parents just couldn't afford it or couldn't find a way to get me there. Just there was always something, and I'm kind of glad in some ways that I didn't get to train until I finally moved here to make Intershelling happen, which is a long story. If you'd like to know more about that, you can go to our Intershelling YouTube channel, go to podcast, and watch episode 1. In the beginning, there was Inner Tai Chi, and it will describe the whole journey of how Intershelling even started. But that was when my training officially started. So I've been training for almost 8 years. And what do we teach? Well, we teach a lot. Sifu, can you share what we teach and why we teach it?
On Intershelling?
Yes.
Okay, we teach Wing Chun, China, Tai Chi, and the N system, which is Ngotak now for those who don't know. Basically, we also do the I also teach in my school, not in site, 5 Animal Fists, but we do that on the YouTube channel.
No, on
Patreon
Patreon.
channel.
We do some
Patreon.
stuff.
Patreon.
One
Yes.
day we'll eventually release a product on that, but it requires a lot of time in filming, and a lot of time in filming we don't have. So.
But basically, fundamentally, all the principles of any style that you take is based on the NDN system. Okay, I tell people NDN is not a style; it's a system. Okay, style is a method of movement. The system is the manner in which you move. Style is the method of movement. Like I open my hand for tiger. I put my fist like this for a leopard. But the NDN is the principle on how one should move. It's all about the energy behind what you do. So NDN is backed up by everything. I really emphasize NDN because it is the key to how to create energy, to control energy, and manipulate the energy on your opponent. We emphasize NDN a lot on the principles. From Tai Chi to the Wing Chun to the animals to everything.
Ground fighting, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is based on NDN because energy is universal no matter what style you take. And then I'm not talking about our style, whether you take Muay Thai or boxing, energy is energy. It doesn't recognize.
Karate.
That's just a name. I learned a long time ago. Whatever style you take, whatever principles of martial arts, it's just names. What really matters is the method, the manner in which one should move. How you create the power in it, whether you do a boxer's punch or a karate punch or a kung fu punch or whatever. It's not effective unless you can generate that speed, the power, and the accuracy behind it. So NDN is all about getting the principles to develop that speed, the power, and the accuracy.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and our Tai Chi isn't just for health. We do have the Qigong and everything as well with that, but we also do the combative part of Tai Chi, which is a lot different than what most people offer. So that is what we do in a nutshell. What? I am actually 40. I'll be 41 in September. So me and Sifu are 10 years apart almost exactly.
9. You're 41, I'm 50.
not.
I'm 25.
No,
What do I say? My math is wrong.
I'm going to be 41 later this year. I'm 40 now. You're going to be 51 later this year.
But I look younger.
You don't. In your dreams, bro. All right, so, oh no, John, I don't believe in that whole. Okay, so first of all, I'm not a normal lady.
She's not a lady.
You can.
So ask her anything you want.
I am a lady.
We consider her a dude here. Hey, dude, what's up, buddy?
It's true. I've always been one of the guys. I've always had more guy friends than anything else. Well, thank you. I get that all the time. And
He's talking to me.
I have a daughter. She's 15. She'll be 16 later this year, and she's getting really frustrated because we go on these mother-daughter dates on Thursdays or Sundays, depending on the week. And people have been asking her if we want 2 checks or if we're sisters, and it's really freaking her out. So she's like, "Mom, please stop it." And I'm like, "I'm not doing nothing, girl. It is what it is." But yeah, you guys can ask me my age, you can ask me my weight. I am not one of those people that is weird about that. I'm proud of my age and I'm proud of who I am. So, all good.
Ask her for Social Security.
No, we ain't getting that. That's mine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, sure. That's what it
10,
is.
11, 12. Do, 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 do.
Oh, Sandy wants to know what our zodiac signs are and our Chinese zodiac signs.
I'm a Virgo, born in the year of the boar.
I'm a Virgo / Libra because I was born in the cusp. Okay, so I'm a little bit different than this Virgo over here, and I am the year of the rooster. Sufilere.
It's all BS.
It probably is all BS, but still, entertain the people. Come on, Sand Dude is always here for you.
I'm a Scorpio, and I hold a grudge forever.
I thought you just said it was BS.
But I still hold a grudge. It fits my personality, that part.
That was just coincidence?
There's people who said, picked on me from when I was like 4 years old. I haven't forgot. In fact, I'll tell you a story. So there was a
Lord.
girl.
God
I won't
help us.
mention her name just because I think I might be friends with her on Facebook.
He's a rabbit, and trust me, he's a lot of trouble.
So
Rabbit, not rabbi.
So I was in 7th grade, and I didn't grow yet. I was still really small, and there's this really big girl, and it was my first day at school, and she threw a spitball in the back of my head, hit me in the back of the head, and she got up out. She goes, "What are you gonna do about it?" I was scared, man. She scared me, and so time went by, right? 2 decades, and I ran into her at a store. I was like, "Yo, you remember me?" She's, "I remember you." I go, "Yeah, I remember you too, man. You threw a football in the back of my head, and I'm still affected. I'm emotionally damaged from what you did to me. Even to this day, I see a girl walk behind me, I start to freak out and get scared."
It's true. He flinches a lot. I mean, it could be just a coincidence.
That was so pointless. I didn't do nothing.
Oh, that was great. All right. John says, hold on, I thought he was a panda. Well, unfortunately, that is not in the Chinese zodiac, so it is what it is. He's a panda, his spirit animal. See, that's a whole nother thing, okay? That's his spirit animal. All right, so over here, we got Chris. Chris says, I've seen some of your videos before. Definitely good stuff. My style of karate, Shorin-ji Rai.
Shorin-ryu.
Has a lot of Shaolin influence in it. I love the flow compared to the rigid traditional karate. Awesome.
I would like to say, I think karate has great position in their arms. When they go in there, their structure.
Flat, but it's getting this is starting to come out.
I'm being politically correct. No, I'm kidding. No, I do think karate has great structure position in the arms. The only thing I say that I find that they lack is the structural integrity behind it. Their energy is off because they do it from the shoulders. You really got to learn to get it out to the wrist, so the wrist can generate that focus of the energy for you. I did a demonstration where I was in a karate school, and I actually hook punched him buddy, and I had him block as hard as he could, and I just plowed right on through when he did his karate block. But then I taught how to do the 3-proof through it, and when I taught him, we went over it like 20 minutes with the class and just taught how to get it out through the 3-proof method, and then I threw a hook punch at him again. This time he actually intercepted my arm and was able to actually control it and stop it actually, and I couldn't slip through, and I felt the impact on my arm, like, yeah, okay, that's it. When it feels like you're hurting me when you do it, that's when you know you did it right.
There you go. Tamika, no, the Nodak Na, we teach all those principles. I mean, anytime we're teaching anything on here, know that we're teaching you through the lens of Nodak Na. So anything that we're sharing, the different sayings that we have and all that stuff is based on our Nodak Na. When we talk about the physics, the energy, that's all Nodak Na. But Tamika, and if you want to learn that in depth, what Nodak Na is and what we do, you can start with our free ebook and 5-day video course. Just go to entershaolin.com/gifts, fill out the form, make sure that you confirm your email, and then you'll get an email to be able to sign up to our intro membership to get access to that intro book and intro training. There we go. Lots of intros. I edited it and made it look pretty. But yeah, you can go there, and then if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. We can even get on a live Zoom and give you a walkthrough of the full site to see if you want to join the membership site and see if it's a good fit for you. But yeah, we teach Nodak Na, Tai Chi, Chin Na, Qigong, Wing Chun, our own ground fighting, but everything is always through the lens of the no deck knock principles. So everything that we teach, you're going to get that part of it. Teresa says, I missed all this. Phil, my name is CJ Jamie.
CJ is a title.
Yeah, it's a title, just like Sifu. Sifu Panda's name is Sifu Larry. You're going to be forever known as the Panda guy. Sivit Jad says, is it possible to become very good at Wing Chun just from a lot of home training and online videos?
Okay, here's the thing about training, okay? One, you need to have proper training. So you could go to a school and he could teach you badly and it won't be very good. Two, the other part is you have to train properly from what you're learning. So the good news about what we do online is you're going to learn proper energy control, structural integrity, and all that stuff. A lot of people are missing out because they use strength to compensate for lack of technique. And so they say, go hard or do this because they cannot control the energy, therefore they must overcome the energy. I always like to say, what you lack in skill, you make up in strength. We don't want to use strength as our factor to control somebody. We use strength to create structural integrity so we can control the force through that. You don't use strength to overcome someone's force. You use the strength to create structural integrity so you can manipulate someone's force. That's really the main difference. The Chinese have a saying, 4 ounces can move 1,000 pounds. You just need to know how. And that's the whole principle of what we're doing with NDN. For example, I don't know if you're new here. Okay, so this is something I show, like just the understanding of how to use energy control over size. Okay, so CJ Jamie is going to take her hand like this, and I'm going to put my finger. Okay, she's going to try to push me back. I'm going to try to push her back. There's no way this one tiny finger can hold that pressure. It actually hurts me when I push because it's a tiny finger. If I told her do it again, she pushes me. No, push me backwards. You can see now it can't. Because what I'm doing is I'm manipulating the pressure, not fighting the pressure. And that's the difference. In the beginning, when she's pushing me, I'm trying to push back. I'm getting my finger compressed because it's opposing force. The second time she does it, I don't want to oppose that force. If whatever pressure she puts on me, I don't let it go in here. I'm going to divert that pressure by controlling it left, right, up, down, whatever. So the pressure does not come directly into me. So therefore, I can control the force rather than overcome the force. And that's the whole point of learning proper techniques, so you can train how to handle pressure without having to rely on your strength to make that work. So if you're a 100-pound guy, a guy who's 250 pounds, he's just naturally physically superior to you. He's going to be stronger than you. He's going to be having more force than you. He's going to have more weight on you. And so how do you manipulate someone who's much bigger, much stronger? Well, you can't do it through size. You can't do it through strength. You got to do it through the control, and NDN teaches you how to do that. It's all about the control. The one word we describe what NDN is all about, like if you describe your martial arts and there's only one word to describe it, some may say balance, some may say defense, whatever. Ours is control. The one word that we use is all about control. If you control somebody, you control everything. You can be in peace, you can be in harmony, you can be in balance, you can be defensive, you can be counteroffensive, you can be whatever, because you need control to be able to affect whatever it is your objective is. So the word is control. The videos that we teach is all about teaching you how to control, first, your body, second, the energy behind it, and then connect it to the opponent and use this as a factor as well. So learning videos online is great, but learning by itself without practicing with a live partner is not good. You need to find someone that you can practice with. Because I always like to say practicing on your own is a way to get yourself better. Practicing with a partner is to see how far you've come along practicing by yourself, and you can see the errors and the flaws. You need to have a partner. You need to have live resistance. You need to have random throws and punches and kicks that comes at you. But that's not the main part of your training. The main part is getting your condition. Like there's 3 parts, like the physical, the technique, and the sensitivity. You can train the physical. You can train your technique. You need the sensitivity by a partner. You can't train that without a partner. So you need that person for that part of the training. But technique-wise, the physicality-wise, you don't need to. You can train on your own. In boxing, they do hit the heavy bags, they do the speed bags, they do the timing, they do the physical for endurance training, all that stuff. But then they have to test that on a person, and that's what you need in the end. Going to school can be a bad thing if you have a bad teacher who teaches bad techniques. I had a woman whose teacher, her teacher, just made her fight all the time, but she didn't learn anything. She just learned how to be less afraid, but she took a punch in the face. And I taught her 3 lessons, 3 half-hour lessons. So she took a total of an hour and a half. In that time frame, I taught her how to intercept. I taught her how to counterattack. And for the first time, she hit her teacher because I taught her how to control the force. In there, he just punched her. She learned how to block this, but she could not handle the pressure. So he's like, well, you have to learn to take the pressure. You got to learn not to be afraid of it. Otherwise, you're going to wind up getting hit and you won't be able to take it. So he was just teaching her crap. He was just taking her money and bullying her. And I'm not saying any schools. I can't say any kind because I don't know who teaches what. But there are good schools and there are bad schools, okay? For me, the test of a good teacher is, 1, he has to be able to answer all your questions. He cannot use that political martial arts term like, you're not skilled enough to understand. Or, oh, here comes Steve Larry.
So at the time, me and my best friend were going to our job. We were working together, and we used to drive by his old school where he used to have, which, you know what, if he had to get better in his martial art, where his school used to be, it was literally on a super busy road here in South Jersey. And for any of you who've ever been to Jersey, you'd understand that there's entirely too many people in this state for the amount of road that there is. But anyways, so one day, my friend's like, listen, Larry, you done martial arts. Go into school and let's go see what this guy can do. Now, this guy had a bowl haircut. He weighed 101 pounds.
What?
And I'm like, what's this little guy going to do?
Could you imagine?
Right.
So
So he started talking about some internal punching stuff, and I'm looking at the guy like, yeah, you ain't going to move me nowheres, bro. And he didn't move me anywheres. He hit me. I saw a flash of white. I never, ever seen a flash of white being hit before, and it didn't hurt at first. But then it hurt really, 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 really bad. And I, being a young man, I'm like, yeah, that's good. And I get in the car, and my friend goes, well, then he had me throw punches at him, which he ignored. He just proceeded to beat me up some more. And I was really trying to hit him, it was funny. And so we're in the car, my friend's like, so what do you think, man? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anything, bro. You can go get beat up some more if you want to. And that's what started my training with Sifu. He hurt me really bad. And then I want to share one more story while I'm on this whole story kick. So, back in the early days when UFC was popular and people were ground fighting, we were like, yeah, dude, let's ground fight. And so we were ground fighting, and I'll say this story forever because it's when I realized the truth. Everything's a weapon. We were on the ground, I have his arms, I have his legs, we're locked up. I'm like, I got this guy, and I'm like, oh, he ain't that. Then all of a sudden his face turned, and he bit my nipple. He didn't just bite my nipple, he bit the tip of my nipple. Right? It was a very calculated bite. And I saw a flash of white. And then the next thing you know, my arm is around my own neck. I'm sideways, and I'm choking to death with my own arm. I'm done sharing.
Oh, man.
I was on PTSD.
Oof. Bringing back memories. Panera says, whoop, whoop. It's been a while since I've been on here. Well, we're glad that you're able to attend this one. And hopefully you'll be able to attend a whole lot more. Phil says the closest Kung Fu school to me is an hour away. Well, if it's a good one, it's only an hour away.
I'm going to tell you real quick.
You don't want to know how far I was willing to drive or what I had to do to get here.
Fit Yod. What we teach is all about understanding the principles and method and manner in which you control your body and the energy behind it. So yes, our site is really, really good for learning because you're not just being shown what to do, you're understanding why you do it.
Yep.
And that's the real difference that when we teach, I teach the science. Like, I'm not giving you a fish. I'm teaching you how to fish.
You're going to know how to know if you're doing it wrong, how to know if you're doing it right. Like, we really go down the gamut. And depending on what level you join, we have like where you can do monthly video critiques on Thursdays. At the same time we do this, we do a members only webinar.
We talk about this.
To do critiques.
Martial arts online. You can learn a lot of stuff on the internet.
Yeah,
you can learn a lot of stuff watching videos. You can learn a lot of stuff reading books. I remember back in the olden days, people could use VCRs and watch videotapes. But the reality is, there's one part of the training you can't ever get from a video, and that's feeling another human being.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And sometimes fighting is something inside of a person, and I'm not calling anyone a coward, but if you're very afraid, if someone's very afraid to take a hit, you can know all the martial arts in the world, and it's not going to help you.
Well, yeah, mindset's part of the training.
It is.
Right.
And
We
I don't know, I
actually
just wanted
talk a
to
lot
find out
about
as
that.
part, I just wanted to say something.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that.
Okay.
But as we were saying, if you really want to learn
Gummies, 2 of them.
well and good, and you can't find someone to train with locally, this is why one of the many, many reasons we built Enter Shaolin and have the database that we have.
and
So you
just
can
to let
train
you
from
know-
home, but not alone.
And just to let you know, if you go look at all the other martial arts sites, that's all it is. It's a site.
Yeah.
You don't get to interact with them. for the
No,
most
this is
part.
a community, and we're adding more features that are going to be coming up. That
We
people can,
offer webinar on Thursdays.
Yep.
So and you can always write to us. CJ Jamie, most of the time. Not CJ, Sifu Larry, or me myself. She'll get back to you. Like I said, you're not just joining a site where you put money in and you're just watching videos and you have nothing to interact back with.
No, and you're joining a family, so like we'll do our best to help you if you need advice, you need someone to pray for you. Like,
as like an Abbott member, you can create your own videos and you can send it to us. We'll critique it for you and we'll let you know what you did right, what you did wrong, help you out to enhance that and to make it better.
there's a lot of personalization stuff.
Yeah,
we can
so
do.
there's a lot of things that you can do through the site that can help you become better. You're not just watching a video going, okay, let me replay that and watch that and let me learn from that. No, if you have problems, you can write to us and we'll get back to you. You can watch you can hand in your videos of what you do on Thursday night webinars where everybody can watch and we can critique it there and you can get better from that.
Or you can just share your webcam
You can share your webcam live so people can do that. So it's not, you're just joining this black and white screen and just seeing a video. We're very personal people. We love,
Yeah.
when I say we mean us, the people who see in the video.
Now, if you come to
This is why Sifu Larry's off the side.
He's a big teddy bear, don't want to pull you, so.
But anyways, we're always here to help you. That's the thing. We don't charge you extra. We're not going to go like, oh, if you want to talk to us, it's $5 an hour. We're not that cheap. I'm sorry, $500 an hour.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe that's why we're broke. We need to charge more.
No, this is like, dial 1-900, let's chat.
Kung Fu, 24/7. What's up? How can we help
You'd be like,
you?
hey, welcome to Enter Shaolin, baby.
Oh my God!
What's your personal fist preference? Are you into the foot? What kind of kick do you like?
I'm dying. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Take me home now. Okay. So,
Yeah.
oh.
You know why I'm making negative 10 cents an hour?
All I'm saying is, y'all, I apologize. You got to remember these night webinars, we are like on the end of our battery and we still got to keep going after this webinar. We're getting little sleep. Just bear with us. We love y'all. Hopefully we help you laugh.
And NDN, the principles and system is by far, no one's gonna come near to what we teach. No one. I can even just watch a video and tell you what you're doing. Right, wrong,
just so you know,
energy.
Chisa musician, we don't have a way to turn up our mics, me and Sifu over here, so he just got maybe louder.
I'm not.
No, but he said our mics were a little low, but Sifu already turned his up, so we're good on the details, but he didn't touch his. He don't have a way to do that, so.
I just spoke louder, I guess.
Yeah, Tamika, we're a little wild and crazy.
Look, I'm handling the sound.
Would you stop that?
What did I do?
Go plug that in. Come on, get out of here. All right. John also pointed out under each of our lessons, you guys can comment on there too and get additional help. If it's something simple, we're obviously just going to comment back. If it's something more complicated, we'll make a video response back. But also, some of the videos, the comment sections, the treasure trove.
The Abbott. You should tell them about why you should join the Abbott.
Well, that too. Is a treasure trove because of the fact that sometimes someone already asked the question that you're thinking of, and there's already an answer there for you. So it's just another good way to get additional help. And we're going to be having other cool stuff that's going to be coming out soon, which I can't talk about. So, or I'm going to get yelled at. It is what it is.
I want it honesty. I yell at her all the time because I'm like, well, what are you doing now? She's like, I'm helping this person. I'm like, why are you helping them? They really need the help. And I'm like, well, what did they ask? And they asked like a simple question. And I go look and I'm like, oh, wow, you're writing an encyclopedia.
I like to help people.
She really does like help people. So she will floor all
And
your
she tells
questions.
me I give away too much.
I'm getting yelled at. I'm actually working on that. So like, I'm going to start writing blog posts and doing videos and eventually having courses on different stuff, but one step at a time, y'all. She said, I guess it was just the ebb and flow of the sound. I guess so. Our connection sometimes is wonky, and we definitely all make electronics kind of act a little wild and crazy. Errol says, strike the like, subscribe to the site, hit the bell, share and or join. Yes, thank you so much, Errol. Thank you, thank you. John said, that just made my week. You're very welcome. See. Yes, Cheese Out Musician. The Zoom webinar for members is tomorrow. I will go ahead and just put the link if you guys want to drive. I will say, and be grateful that I have not done this yet. We do still have where you can join the Abbott Lifetime membership up right now. Yeah. See, I told you I was going to get yelled at. So I was supposed to pull it down back in December, but I haven't because...
So you lucked out.
No,
Slacker.
because I have not got done creating NHL 2.0's platform yet. So I've been leaving it up just for now because of that. So if you would like to join the Abbott membership, which means you get access to the lifetime membership for, now and ever.
Anybody want to buy a bridge?
Do you have a bridge you want to? I hope it's not the one that
It's
collapsed,
Chumcule.
dude, right before
Searching the
Biden
bridge.
showed up. That's all I'm saying. That wasn't sketch or nothing, but but anyways, what I was saying is the Abbott membership gives you access to our current membership site, the whole training vaults for life. It's super affordable. It's way cheaper. It's the best bang for the buck. Plus, you get the Abbott bonuses, like being able to request video requests on training that you would like to see us do. So maybe there's something we haven't filmed yet, or there's a specific scenario that you want us to cover. We'll do an Abbott video request.
Once a month.
Yes, you
So
can't.
it's not 10
yeah. Don't send us 10 at once. But you can do that once a month, and then we'll make a video for you and the rest of the Abbotts to watch. Plus, you get access to the previous Abbott video request. Plus, you can send in your own video of any training that you're doing. Maybe it's a partner drill or whatever.
Anything else? You want to give anything more?
No. Well, hold on, maybe. Actually, I do got a couple more things. So.
And Seafood Larry would do the chicken dance for every time you hand in a video.
It's going to be the same video. Just we're going to resend the same video over and over again. We're not going to actually make him do the chicken dance every single time.
I'll do it with a different shirt on. I don't even have enough shirts.
Let's not talk about your wardrobe troubles, bro.
Homeless.
No, right now you have.
Jamie, you know me a long time. What's my wardrobe?
I'm trying to tell them about the site. Would you let me finish?
Yeah, people just throw change at me when I'm walking by. They're like, yeah, get some clothes. I'll walk out with the holiest shirt on and not even think twice. Dude, I got no problems.
Y'all, if you can donate, just hit that little $ sign if you're on YouTube. Send us some cash. Apparently, Super Larry needs a new wardrobe, y'all. But anyways, as I was saying, with the Abbott membership, you can also do the video critiques like we were talking about earlier, and you also can take 15% off if you decide to come to seminar, which God willing, we'll be having seminars again in the future. But even if we do just online seminars in the meantime, you'll get 15% off of that. And if you decide you want to be certified to become a teacher and go through that process, you also get 15% off of your certification. So lots of bennies, and that offer will not be up forever. And I can promise you, whenever it comes back, it's gonna be probably close to $10,000.
I have no idea what's going on in Intershell. I thought that was.
You want to know why? You have no idea what's because you're not there.
I'm playing video games.
I'm a woman by myself, except for on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. I'm on an island solo, y'all. But yes, you're very welcome, Mr. Double M, Dr. Double M. where King says how to long jump. Well, are we talking about for the Olympics or because I can pull up some videos?
When I was in 8th grade, I held the record in my school for standing broad jump. I jumped like 8 7 or something like that.
You jumped 8'7"?
I was able to do it.
I had the
longest one in
longest
fifth
standing
grade.
long jump
But
in
I
my
don't remember
school.
what it was, but I just remember.
They had my name on the wall, and I'm sure that it got beat by now.
It's
But
probably there. You probably go there and visit every now
Yo,
and then.
he's got his name on the wall at school for that. John says, I'm an Abbott. It's worth it. Trust me, you will not regret it. And I have not used all the things that you get with it yet. I love it so much and all the info we get. Thank you, John. Thank you, thank you. She says, I actually lost an uncomfortable amount of my hearing about 15 years ago. Still working on healing that. Ouch. That really sucks, bro. That is not fun. That is not fun. All right, let me go back through here. I think there might have been a question earlier.
someone asked about doing the sidekick.
John did say on the site, if you look at it and try and still don't understand, there's a spot to ask a question, and one of them will get back to you and try to help you understand it. Yes, correct.
Plus,
correct.
you have 2 weeks of trial, right? You can get your money back.
Yeah. There's a 2-week money back guarantee. So if in 2 weeks you don't love it, let us know, and we will promptly refund you. Also, when you first sign up, we do a orientation. We let you pick what's good for you, and basically just to find out what your training goals are and how we can best serve you at Shellen and point you in the right direction for your first year training.
You would
with
talk
us.
to CJ Jamie, and maybe, just maybe, Seafood Larry.
Yes, just maybe. There's a 50% chance you'll get to talk to him if you're on the orientation.
Sometimes.
That's why I said 50% chance.
Talking to Seafood Larry on that time is like winning the lottery. I'm telling you. You got him. You're like, dude, I just won $1 million.
Polini says, how would you punch downward when kneeling, like punching someone on the ground?
Same rule, okay? If you're kneeling, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrist, then point of contact. So if I'm hitting, a lot of people tend to throw their shoulders, okay? Can you see the ground?
You want me to sit
No,
on
no,
the ground?
no, I'll just hit this.
Okay, you're gonna.
Okay? A lot
This
of
is
people,
a person, just imagine.
yeah.
Y'all.
A lot of people, they like to throw like this, or they'll throw a lot. For us, if you do it, it's really short bursts, small, just and torque that in there. So just this way. And a lot of times, if I tell you to repeat it, I tell people just torque, keep it very tight. And you can drive a lot of energy in that. One of my students, he was a what do you call that? Police academy training, and they had an MMA fighter in there, teaching how to ground and pound and doing that. And they were having these pads, and he was teaching how to get the shoulder to come down. He was teaching how to draw the weight. He was putting a lot of upper body. When my student did it, then they were doing the sound difference between the bag hitting, between what everybody else was hitting, with him was very, very different. He said you could hear the sound just echo throughout. Whereas it's kind of dead. It's like, but when you hit right, it just comes out a lot more. And he said the MMA guy would help everybody else, but he would not come near my student. He just saw the difference in how he hit. He was like, dude, this guy hits a lot harder than he thought he could. But again, when you're hitting the ground, don't do this. A lot of times, if you're hitting like this, you gotta pay attention because sometimes the shoulder can go past the wrist. That means your energy is going up. You gotta concentrate on taking every part of your body movement, and you gotta send it. Like if I'm using my front ball, if I'm gonna torque, that's gonna help turn the hip, which helps turn the shoulder, which helps drive the elbow, which helps drive the hand and into the fist. So a lot of people will just do like this, and they'll just kind of go like this, and they're throwing. You're losing a lot of energy on the impact. You have to learn how to get that all unified. So it's kind of like, think of efficiency level. If you're hitting with 100% force and you're kind of wasting, you're losing your shoulder past it or your elbow past, then you're only like, say, you put 100% out, you get like maybe 75% impact. You learn how to keep it tight. You learn how to drive all the energy to the top point of your knuckles or whatever. You want to get 100% out. The whole point is whatever you put out is what you should get out or more. You don't want to put 100% and get 25% or 100% and get 50%. You want to get 100% and get 100%, or you give 100% and you get 110% because of the way you focus and turn the energy. So when you're hitting the ground, again, hit everything tight. If you're wider, again, You should keep parallel. You should not go up and arc your hand where it looks like it's going past. You see if I'm exaggerating this. So if I'm kind of like going like this, and I'm like this, I'm actually off. I'm actually, you can see my body's going this way. The goal is just, so when you hit, it's just straight in. So when I'm just hitting to that target, wherever, if I'm going out wide, my whole point is to get it so it gets into the wrist in the end. My whole goal is to get all that energy here. So then this can turn into whatever. So if I'm hitting like this, it's because I'm turning, not just pushing down. I'm hitting, everything's coming all together at once into that single point where that wrist turns at the moment of impact into that hit. It's real big difference when people feel the impact. They're like, holy cows, I feel like you're stabbing me versus compressing me. That's why I always like to say when we hit, we pierce. We want a piercing technique. We don't want a compression technique. A lot of heavy punches are compression. They're compression. We want piercing, pierce, pierce. It's a lot more powerful. People can take a heavy punch if they're bigger and more dense body or whatever, but who can take a knife stab, I always like to say. And so you want to hit like you want to create a piercing type of technique. Here, CJ Jamie's going to lay down, and I'm going to do this with just this kind of strength. She can feel the difference, and you can just see her reaction on it.
Oh, Lord. Here
I'm going to keep it very light because I know it can hurt.
All right.
But just put it on your body like this.
Okay.
On the ground.
They can't really see me. I had to, I have a cameraman, but he wasn't being a cameraman, so I apologize that we were cut off.
10 cents.
Right here, like on.
Just lay down.
Oh, Lord.
So if I'm going like this, right, and I go like this, how's that feel? Like this.
Oh, y'all. Okay, I don't want another one of them.
See the difference in it? Okay.
Yo, it kind of ricocheted off of my
Body.
rib there.
The idea is
not
you want to
feel
pierce
good.
that hit. And so you can see I didn't go any hard. I didn't go fast. I just tightened up everything, focused everything on a single point. Whereas that one just kind of dropping my body and throwing it, and it's not really focused. That one I focused all the energy, and you can see how she just responded differently.
Yeah, it went like into my bottom piece of my rib.
Pierces.
No.
It goes into what we call the piercing techniques, not compression techniques. Most people when they hit heavy, it's compression technique. Energy tends to dispel 360 years around. You want it to go through and not spread. That's the difference between compression techniques and a piercing technique. But can you feel that?
Yeah, I felt that. My poor rib felt like it
And
was,
it was
about
the
to be
same
displaced.
energy. I didn't go harder.
No, I know. I could tell.
I'm telling the
Yeah,
people in
yeah.
the video. You can see I just kind of just did the same thing. Instead of just throwing it where I'm off focus, I focused everything in a single point, and that's where you can really tell.
Yeah. Phil, no, not C and the letter J. It sounds like that, but it's S-I-J-E is how it's spelled. Tracy said, I missed all of this. And, okay, thank you. Thank you for John on Sandy's question. Let me go find that. There we go. He told me, said, what seafood demo, how to execute a side kick.
Yes. There's different side kicks. There's the forward side kick with forward leg side kick. There's a rear leg side kick and a shuffle side kick. Okay. I'm just gonna do a basic rear leg side kick.
But Sandy, since you are a member, if you want us to cover more of this tomorrow, those other ones,
Which
we
one?
can do that. Those other kicks you were talking about. The different side kicks. So what I'm saying is, you're going to cover the basic one tonight.
Yeah,
but if you would like,
I'll do a lead leg side kick.
we can cover that more in detail tomorrow for the
So
members.
the basic, obviously the basic rule of any kick is to get it out to the point of impact. Okay. So when you do a side kick, okay, chambering is very important. It's very important to get that hip to transfer like a whip to get all the energy from here into, in this case, the heel. Okay, you want to create this push from the front ball, whether you're forward, or lead, or rear. It's the push. When you do that, it's the hip that helps to create the turn, and then you want to create that turn into this little arc into the heel, into the kick. So if I'm going to side kick, it's like if I'm here, I'm just like I just want to create that kick from the hip. Okay. So when doing a side kick.
Is that good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
bro.
so if I'm doing a lead leg side kick, a lot of people do this and kind of throw their body, and you can see if I throw my body this way, like then I'm gonna instinctively put my weight past, and you can see my hip going past my heel. A lot of people do that, and that's like kind of like a what do you call that? Hit or miss type of thing. What do you call it?
Oh.
All or nothing type of thing.
All or nothing. Hail Mary.
I can't think of the terms. Like,
I thought it was a Hail Mary.
I can't think of the term. What kamikaze type of thing. They just put everything they can behind it.
Bonsai!
Right. That's right. So the key is you don't want to throw your mass through this like leaning type of thing where you lean. Your mass should be on the turn. It should be in the hip turn, like this. So the key is when you're kicking, it's to get this into the heel. So it's a kick in the heel. So you notice I'm not falling, but if I'm doing it like this, like I won't recover. If I'm going to do a side kick, if he's coming at me, my goal is to get that hip to get into the to the knee, and then the knee into the heel. So if he's coming at me, my goal is just to get into there and then bring it back. Okay? So your goal is to snap the kick. It's not to thrust the kick. Most people teach you like how to push into the pad. Me, I teach it into the snap because my goal is to compress that and let it come in. So my goal is not to push him back. I always like to say your goal is never to move him away, it's to drop him where he stands. Because if you're trying to move him away, you're going against the mass. If you try to drop him where he stands, you go against only 1 square inch. My goal is to go 1 square inch. My job is not to attack the mass. If he comes at me, my job is not to attack the mass. My job is to just get that point and just go from there. My job is just to break the point in which I make impact to. I don't care about the mass. It's the best example is like a bullet. A bullet doesn't look at a guy and go, oh my gosh, he's so big. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can move him backwards. It just breaks that one point. That one point that breaks, that's what drops the guy. It's not attacking his whole mass like a shotgun where it attacks his whole entire mass. It just focuses on the point in which it impacts, breaks that point, and the guy drops because that point is what's damaging him. It's not about moving him away. It's about dropping where he stands. So when you're doing a side kick, the key is to get this. Yeah, go back. Yeah.
You want this?
Yes. To get this into that, and that's all you want. Okay? You want to just break it. You don't have to move him away. A lot of people subconsciously, they'll go and they try to move the guy backwards. I don't try to move the guy backwards. I just break into that point, and that's all I want to do. I just want to put a hole where I'm
It hurts really bad.
When I
really
contact.
Bad. Like what he's talking about, when it's executed, it's very, very, very painful.
Well, again, it's like getting stabbed. Just imagine getting stabbed with a 6-inch knife coming into you.
I don't like it.
Okay? The goal, like I said, is to pierce the point, not to compress it. It's not to move the mass. Okay? It is to damage the point in which you make contact. Okay? So when you're doing any type of kick, I don't care if it's a front kick, side kick, round kick, slant kick, it doesn't matter. A lot of people, I'll hit the John so I can do it faster and harder. But a lot of people, when they do it like this, let's say I do a slant kick, they'll try and put their weight there. Me, I root. I go, and I just root myself. People throw their weight. I told you there's 2 ways you can get forward energy. You can get it through the root or you can get it through the leans. People will throw the weight and kind of lean into it. Me, I teach people to root. Get yourself down in the ground. So when you're side kicking, it's the same. I root my kick. I don't lean my kick in there. I root it. So that's a big difference in how you can generate more power without sacrificing on throwing your weight or trying to line your size to get the power. I always like to say, who do you know is bigger than the earth, right? Nobody, because if the person's bigger than the earth, we'd probably be living on them. You want to use the ground because the earth is bigger than your opponent, okay? If you're trying to use your size, the guy can be bigger than you. You always want to root yourself. Root to get the power out. That's how you're going to get your power to be more, your kick to be more powerful because you can use the earth. Don't try to use your size because the guy can always be bigger than you. Use the earth because that's always bigger than the person. So it's good to do that way.
Did you change views, Steve Larry? All right. Awesome, awesome. H. we also said, if it's not too much trouble, would Sifu give a few more grappling pointers based off my vid? Not tonight. Not on here, mainly because, 1, we're about to wrap up. 2, we don't really like to share grappling too much on, YouTube and all the good stuff. So we will save that for tomorrow. Do you have a new video, like an updated version? Or are you just wanting to see what Sifu said before? I will give you guys an update. Sifu Larry is almost caught up, right? You're working on the last one now?
I did from last week.
From last week. So yeah, we're going to be caught up. So tomorrow I will email you guys the one from 2 weeks ago. And he's working on the one from last week. So that will be out. Yeah, it's you can go to innershelling.com/blog and you'll be able to see it. Just make sure that you are logged in first before you click on it, or you'll get that lovely warning. And that's for only members only. So if you're not a member, you're going to get the warning, and it'll tell you how to fix it by becoming a member and joining and checking it out. But let me know. It just means basically senior female student, CJ. So that means I am the eldest of the female students, which are very, very, very little and been here the longest consistently. So come on, women, please join. I need some more sisters, y'all. They think I'm a dude. I need some help. I need some help, y'all.
Jamie is also a guy's name.
It is.
See? So that's not by chance.
But I was definitely born a female. And yes, I also identify as one because that's what I am. All right. Moving on. Yeah, it says it's getting late. I cannot wait for tomorrow's members Q&A. It is getting late, especially for us here. You're very, very welcome, Phil. Sandude says, once I was practicing sidekick, Indian sidekick course in the bathroom of my college after lecture and asking classmate if he can hear the impact in the other classroom. Then one of them noticed I cracked the tiles brick on the wall. I couldn't believe I said it must be cracked before. He said, no, you cracked it. Since then, I go to a different bathroom. Yeah, you got to be careful about this, dude. Even like when you guys are practicing like the slant kick, when you're like going into like a door that has the swinging doors, like in a building and stuff like that. One time I did a little too much and it like made a very loud banging noise and everyone at the store looked at me. Thankfully, did not break the glass. But yes, you have to be mindful of that because again, you're doing internal stuff, so it's going to be a lot more of an impact. Let's see, Ruzi Yiddy Omar says, how do you learn to take strikes to the body? Thank you and love your stuff.
Build the tendons. Okay, that's one. It's physical withstanding. Two, obviously, you have to be ready. If your eyes are closed, you don't want it to come, it's going to hurt you more, right? You have to be able to see the impact coming and learn to dent your body because it's natural. So if I go like this to her, right, just go like this.
What are we doing now?
Just go like this.
Oh, Lord God Almighty.
So if I go like this to her and I go like this, you see how her body does that? Close your eyes. And she doesn't know when it's coming. She can't prepare for it. Right. But you need to be in the state that you can see the punch coming so your body naturally contracts. So having a good physical body, which is your tendons, not your muscles actually. You really want to work the tendons because they'll protect you in the ribs. Okay, that's one. Two, when you get hit by it, like I said, it's a status of being ready and knowing how to feel the impact and then really root yourself down and slightly compress the point in which your ribs in this case, and then slight turn of the body will help diffuse the pressure. If she's hitting me straight in the ribs and I just go like this, hit me straight, and I just feel that's a big, she does it again, I root it and see how she moved back a little bit, hit it harder, like, no, harder. But every time she hits me, I slightly turn so the impact is not directly at me. If I'm just standing like a lot of people do this, like, lean into it, then they're going to take more. You don't want to lean into it. You actually want to root down into it. So whenever I get hit, and there's videos of me taking hits from guys.
Oh, they were going for you too.
I got hit 14 times in the ribs. You know, a big guy, karate guys, boxers, they hit me as hard as they can. I just stand there and I take it. And I'm not saying I'm anybody tough. It's just one, they're actually doing an external type hit. They're throwing from the shoulders. So it really takes a lot of the pressure impact off. That's one. So when you're not punching 3-proof, you're going to get that feedback coming in your shoulders. So that's one way. Two, when people are hitting, obviously the accuracy becomes not as good. If you're throwing from the shoulder, you don't really hit as accurate. So it's off too. And three, like I said, when you're throwing a hard punch and you're going into it with your shoulders, like I said, you're not going to drive it into your wrist. So therefore, that acceleration to the ribs won't hurt as much too. So, and I root down. Every time I get hit, I always root into the ground. I don't lean to take the punch. So if she's punching me in the ribs, I don't go like this and go, I always root. I just root it down so the impact does not come straight in. I actually direct it up or down. In this case, it's going down. I never try to just like this, just take that because that's withstanding the impact. I actually root so I can redirect the impact. That's a way you can learn to take punches hard. But there's a video. It's an old video. I stood there, had guys who lift weights coming in there. And this guy wailed me.
Inner Tai Chi somewhere.
It's an old video. But this guy who was out in the gym, you were there, right? Was that did this? Somebody went out to the gym, got this guy who lifted weights, big guy. He just punched me.
So
first he thought he was gonna break my ribs.
Videos, scroll all the way to the bottom. It's somewhere in there.
But I had already taken like 12, like probably 6 shots from a karate guy, just like boom, hit me as hard as good. Then this big guy comes in, and he thought he was gonna break my ribs. First he kind of went like 50% because I was like, no, hit me harder. And then he went harder and harder. By then when he was done, he's like, I hurt my wrist. He hurt his wrist hitting me. But again, because he doesn't know how to use his wrist, he throws from the shoulder like again. But I was able to take like, I would say 12 shots. I took like 12 or 13 shots from straight in a row, just boom, 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 boom. And it's not because, like I said, it's not because I'm tough. Okay, because if you know how to do 3 proof and you hit me, I'm probably gonna go down and cry like a baby. But it's just, I know how to root myself, I know how to compress, and I have very strong tendons. I was doing 1,000 crunches a day with my abs. I was doing 500 push-ups a day. I was doing 500 kicks per leg a day. So I was doing all kinds of conditioning training to work my tendons and muscles together. And I was just, I'm very strong body, very, very strong body. And then at the same time, I know how to dissipate pressure when I get hit by it. So those are the methods in which you can learn to take your ribs, okay? Rib shots. I was training the tendons, conditioning, train the tendons to root yourself down, contract your muscle, but root it down. Don't do this and go into it, like lean into it. Root yourself down into it and breathe.
And some of our body conditioning stuff is on the site in the core training. 2 exercises that we do to condition the rib. We'll either do these hammer fists like this, or like this, or like this, or kicks to the rib. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've taken.
Speaking of,
rib shots.
Bro, where are you? Like, I need my training partner, bro. I need to do some bone conditioning. Like, it's been too long, and you know it's gonna hurt even worse because it's been too long. Come on, bro. Come on back. Tamika says, I'm glad I got to catch the live show, but have to go once again. Thank you. You're so welcome. Cheese on musicians.
Hey, Matt, you still in India?
Indian has helped me hearing normally. My ears pop all day long, but because the work and on the shoulder energy in Indian affects my neck and the popping is getting better, I believe I can rehabilitate. I'm pretty sure you're already doing Qigong and Tai Chi, but if you're not, start up the first third and doing the time-basic Qigong exercises every single day. I promise you that's going to help with that problem even more so. All right. Dr. Double M says, I'd like to learn that too. LT Newbie, how does that feel? That was very funny. Ed's laughing. That was when I was getting punched. Errol says, can I call an ambulance? CJ Jamie is done. Ed says, Sifu got his spare ribs. Oh, my Lord.
No, I spared her ribs.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Goodness. Tim says, I have a little question. Which do you recommend to train first, Wing Chun or Jeet Kune Do? Thanks.
Listen, it doesn't matter.
NDN and Enter Shaolin.
Yeah. The key is just having a good teacher, because you can have a bad Wing Chun teacher and you can have a bad Jeet Kune Do teacher. Yeah. It's finding a good teacher, really. And that's why you can have a good karate teacher with a bad kung fu teacher and the karate guy's going to win, or a good boxer versus. It's all the method and manner in which you're training. I'm not saying anybody. A lot of these martial arts schools have trained traditionally for sports fighting, or they're not really training for the pressure test of combat. They're doing more like pre-rehearsed type of fighting, like wushu is a good example. It's all choreographed type of fighting. You have to have yourself pressure test. You have to go under live pressure, someone coming at you with a lot of force, a lot of power coming at you. You have to be able to see how you are. That's why these people who practice and they go into a real combat, they can get taken because they never felt a real hit. Okay, and like for example, I'm not picking on any Wing Chun schools. I'm not naming any names. But a lot of these Wing Chun guys get killed through a boxer's punch because they're not properly training. Like in Wing Chun, if you do a tandar, do it like this, okay? Just do a tandar, like that, okay? So if I go like this and I throw, when I punch you.
Okay, I was like, just hold on, what's going on?
When I punch you, so if I do this, she can do this and she can make this, and I can do this and it come harder and she can stop that. Because you can see, as I punch hard, ready? I can still do that. I do it like this, I'm gonna go right through her, okay? Because
that's what, gotta have this woo up, yo.
This delusion in certain training, they don't know what a real punch is like. In the world of Wing Chun, I've watched it with lots of videos and I see it, and this is why they think that they can stop a hook punch. And you can see she stopped the hook punch when I did it the Wing Chun hook punch. And I don't know if you can tell the difference. What I did is really the elbow. In Wing Chun, they practice hook punches like this. So she can tandar, and it works. See, she can stop this because my elbow's down. A boxer's punch should do the same thing. We'll go right through because the elbow's at a level to the hand. And so they think they're actually really stopping a hook punch. It's not. This is their hook punch with their elbow down. And it's not real life, okay? Real life, a boxer's elbow is usually parallel to his wrist.
I would say even on the street,
maybe higher, a little bit lower, but it's around to the elbow. But in the Wing Chun world, when they do their hook punch version, it's the Wing Chun hook punch, I would say. It's always the elbows down. And you watch the videos, I've seen it. This is why they think they can stop a boxer's hook punch. But they don't realize what's wrong is a boxer does not throw a hook punch like this. She can stop this all day. I can even throw it harder. And it's like, and she can, wow, you're good. And then she can start to believe that she's actually really good. Like, a guy throws a hook punch, I'm going to stop it. But when I do it like this, it's like, no way, okay? It wouldn't work in reality. And that's you got to be careful because you're going to be put in a disillusion thinking that you're actually training for what a real punch is like, but it's a false punch. And so you can find a good teacher and you find a bad. You have to that's why you need to test yourself, somebody in the world boxing or Muay Thai or MMA, and see, because Wing Chun has, and I'm not picking on any particular.
We love
Wing Chun. Yeah, and I love Wing Chun. So I'm not knocking down Wing Chun. It's just
yes.
Traditional Wing Chun. Traditional Wing Chun schools are not really training for somebody who trains outside Wing Chun. They're saying, oh yeah, here's a hook punch. It's not. This is the proper hook punch, and this is why they get their face clocked real badly, because they're not properly training for a real life scenario. And so this is where you have to watch out, because a good teacher will be able to show you what. And I always do pressure testing. I always show pressure testing. That's how I show that it works. I've done demonstrations. When I do seminars and I do demonstrations, I never use my students unless it's a specific type of choreographed type of training. But when I tell people, when I do seminars, I'll pick the biggest, strongest guy in the room. I say, look, I need someone big, I need someone strong. And I'll tell them to punch me as hard as they can. And I say, look, you can take my head off. If I get hit, I won't get mad, I won't blame you. And I've done a demonstration when I had a 6'4" guy. I mean, he was really tall. And I had him punch me, and I stood on one leg. And I told him, your job is to knock my head off. I mean, give me the hardest punch you can to knock me. Just move me over if you can, or take my head off. And on one leg, I still was able, and he could not move me off of that one leg. And it's all because I learned, I teach, and I've learned, but I also teach how to control the energy, not withstand the energy, because obviously there's no way you could stop that. But he did it like 3 times, and his arm was like killing him. And he could not knock me over, and I was standing on one leg. And I demonstrate the principle of how to do the energy, the science behind it. It's nothing mystical. It's not because I prayed to some foreign spirit or anything, or I'm just, oh, I got this internal chi. Or, it's not. There is an internal chi. It's breathing, right? Chi is breathing. It's the air. And you get power through the air. That's why when you punch, you always, or when you lift weights, when you swing a bat, you always push that air. That's how we get power. Air it has density. It can be compressed. And when you compress air, it pushes back. It wants to push back. So that's why you do that. You because you use that to help create that pressure. But that's the science behind it. But whenever you do movements, it's all about the technique and the control behind it. And I'm not going to teach that. Like, how did you do that? That's for the website.
Yeah.
So before CJ Jamie shuts me up about it.
I'm not even sure what Errol and Ed are talking about, but both of them said that something we were teaching was good stuff for the members Q&A, like, yo, Sifu, you're giving up too much gold. Okay, so I'm not sure what that was about.
But I was able to stop it because, again, I use science. And I don't, again, say it's something mystical, something beyond what they can comprehend. I break down the science of it. I show the physics of why you can do it. And so it's all about understanding
time limits. You know, I'm gonna have to get a clock, right? And we're gonna have Seafood Larry click it and be like, all right,
we had a clock. We had a huge clock
in 1 minute, but I gotta get him to set it up and use it, and we'll have it run in the background. I'm like, all right, Seafood, you got 1 minute to answer this question, and then that's it. If you don't finish, be done. We gotta use this. Because I try to get you.
Ran out of battery?
Yelling.
Maybe. I don't even know if it uses a battery.
And there's a wall plug here.
Yeah, there's a plug. It gets plugged in.
Where's the plug? That's the question.
Oh my
It
God.
should be over there, hopefully.
But anyways, the point of the story is you have to find a good teacher.
Yes.
I mean,
You
I
have
don't
to be a
care
good
if it's
teacher.
Wing Chun or Jeet Kune Do. Remember, Jeet Kune Do is phased off of Wing Chun anyway, so it's bridged off of that. Most of what Bruce Lee taught as a Jeet Kune Do system was based heavily on the Wing Chun that he learned.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he adapted with other things, but all his strikes, when you see his videos, when he's training with partners, you see he's most predominantly doing Wing Chun. Okay, so just find a good teacher. Really, that's really what you got to do. It doesn't matter the style. What matters is the proper training, and then you training obviously behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
that's
if you
really the important
can't
thing.
find a good teacher locally, like I couldn't, and so many of our family members, both on YouTube, Facebook, and on our site, NRShelling.com, have had a hard time finding. You don't have to move to New Jersey and wonder if the Lord maybe is smiting you a little bit because it's a desert out here, a very expensive desert, FYI. You don't have to do all that. You can just go to NRShelling.com/join and join, because we did all the hard work for you and all the sacrificing. So you can just go learn and train and have a blast. So speaking of JKD, real quick, Kenny says, NDN reminds me of Jeet Kune Do a lot. Has Sifu ever studied JKD?
Yes and no, because elements of JKD is of the Wing Chun.
Yeah.
Elements of Bruce Lee is always changing, trying to make it better. He most likely used energy principles, which is what NDN is all about. So
Right.
yes, we share a common thing about, but again, he might veer off slightly different. Again, I don't know all of Jeet Kune Do's thing. And Jeet Kune Do, by the way, is changing. Bruce Lee's always changing. It was never set. Whatever didn't work, he would
Right.
throw out and he would just add something else. The people who really would honestly know Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do to what he was taught him would be like Danny Asanto. There's some other people too, and I don't know who they are. But Danny Asanto obviously is one of the famous people who was like under Bruce Lee, who learned it. But even he adapted his own system behind the Jeet Kune Do, which is
Yeah.
fine, because that's the principle of Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah.
It is to adapt to any technique or system that works for you. So
Well, we're more like about taking anything that you love and like already and helping it work for you through learning the energy and physics principles of NDN. So it's not about throwing away the style that you love or whatever. It's about
making it better.
making it better and enhancing it. So that would be, I would say, the biggest difference between what we do in JKD. That's my thoughts on that. Mitt says, I'm still out here in part 5 of some series. Oh, it's still out there. He's talking about that one video. Yeah. I believe, like I said, that is on the Enter Tai Chi channel. If you guys go to our videos, scroll all the way down, I believe it is towards the bottom. And according to Mitt, he thinks it was part 5 of a series. So that should help you guys narrow it down. And he said the guy was embarrassed. Phil says, where are you from, CJ Jamie? Y'alls and whatnots. LOL, I'm in Kansas. I am from Florida, specifically the Gulf Coast in the Tampa Bay area. But funny enough, there's a lot of people from South Jersey that say y'all. And honestly, like if you've ever been to like more like central North Florida area, this area reminds me a lot of parts of Florida. It's very bizarre and strange, but our beaches are better down in Florida and it's cheaper. So there's that. But other than that, there's a lot of similarities. They even, like when I got here, like a lot of events we go to in town, like would play like classic rock. And I was like, a lot of Southern rock and stuff like that. I was like, am I in Florida? Like what's going on? Really, really interesting place that we live in. John says, I think we need a whole Q&A with bone conditioning. That would be cool. That would be cool. That is not a bad idea. Carmelo says, thank you for sharing these great tips from Australia. Must leave. I'm at work. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us and hope you are well. Emmett says, hey guys, looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Sandy said, seafood just reminded me of the push-up. I almost forgot. How are you doing? What number are you on now, Sandude? Let us know. Sparred ribs. Yeah. Ed says, thank you, Seafood, CJ. See you all tomorrow night. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow. Go get some rest. Okay, we'll go get some rest.
he was saying spared rib, not sparred. Spared.
No, I know. I was being silly.
Oh.
I purposely said it wrong because I was like, we're talking about martial arts. But Cheesy Musician says, Seafood, stop saying you have to find a teacher. We already found him. Thank you. That's what I keep saying. He's just being too modest. That's all. But if you guys can't find someone local to train with, you can have the best of both worlds. Just throwing that out there. We have a lot of people that do that too. Phil's Rhodes said, thank you guys. Great meeting you all. I'm at work, so I have to I got to pass some pills and have a great day. Well, thank you for joining us, Phil. Make sure to subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you back on another one of these. We do them every week, except for sometimes
Lord willing.
Yeah, Lord willing, if there's like weather or whatever, but we do update our people and stuff. So if you're on our email list, you can make sure you stay updated. If you're not, go to endershallon.com/gift and go get that free gift and free videos. I said, yes, I need to move to New Jersey. Ed, okay, I'm just going to tell you because I don't know if it was you or I'm pretty sure it was someone else I was talking to that was thinking about moving here. Just know we are like all with one leg out, okay? This is us. We're straddling, okay? We're just waiting for the next shoe to drop, and we won't be here in New Jersey anymore. Now, where we're going, we don't know. Wherever the Lord tells us to go.
Shut up.
That's all I'm saying.
Stop
That's
talking.
it. So if you're willing to move here and potentially know that we might all be moving somewhere else.
North Carolina.
And follow us. No, not North Carolina. North Carolina is, they have fallen, bro, and they've been falling for a
Colorado.
while. We can do, no, they're falling too. South
Switzerland.
Jersey. So here, people
Switzerland.
fighting the good fight.
They're actually changing
South
too.
Jersey, South Dakota, which I think we all agree.
Texas,
is
if
probably
anything, by
Texas
default.
and
By
Florida.
default, Texas.
So, and Tennessee to some degree. So Montana's still, I think, fighting the good fight. So those are kind of, you know, the areas and stuff like that. I'm voting for someplace warmer, like South Carolina, Florida.
Antarctica.
Not Antarctica, okay? Like Seafood is saying, but we'll see.
Alaska.
I like the cold, so I'm good with it.
But, you know, obviously, whatever the
We can
Lord
go
is
snow- we can go
wanting you to
snow,
do,
we
that's
can
what
go
you need to do.
Go
That's what
catch
makes
a
you
polar
people
bear.
fight or move the same way.
Run from a boat.
Yes. Important to
With the snowmobile.
y'all. Yes, John, good night. CJ Jamie, best time to get a hold of me is anytime after 3. Okay, thank you, brother. I appreciate that for letting me know that. Sandude's on set 20. I can do extra, but on record for 100. Awesome. Ottawa? Well, no. Alaska? Again, so problem with Alaska, there's seasons where the daylight and nighttime
Lobsters.
are all
I
out
like
of whack.
lobster.
Yeah, but remember you said the other day there's no way you could live there because of some.
They do have a long-term days.
Well, that's why they
Right.
invented internet and online
You
gaming.
got a good point. She does have a point.
Okay, you guys go to Alaska. I'm going to Florida. Who wants to come to Florida and train with me? Or South Carolina? That's where I'm heading.
That's not fair.
These
You're a
guys are
cute
going to
girl.
Alaska.
That's cheating.
Who's
Dude.
coming with me?
Dude,
Who's training
yes.
with me? Let's
You
go.
know what, man? Bull crap.
I'm going someplace warmer and cheaper. Okay, y'all can be with, you know, cold upstairs. She said, just moved to Ottawa for this month. Bring a truck. But I don't have a
word.
truck. But yeah, I mean,
I have a truck.
first of all, I don't think we can actually get over there because don't you have to have a something to get across the border? And I ain't got that. So, and I'm not going to
Masculinity?
have that. No, I think you have to.
Know your pronoun.
I know that they were quarantining people for several weeks, so I don't know. I know that they require the card for a lot of things, and I don't got that card,
There we go.
bro.
Goodbye,
That's all I'm
Travis.
saying. Sandy says Lancaster
Goodbye,
County,
Travis.
Ohio. I used to live in Ohio, but you mean the little adverb that we have? Oh, cry me a river. Okay. Yeah, I used to live in Ohio, but again, it's not. You know, it's so-so. Some places are yay, some places are nay. There's a lot of nay going on. I'm going to the places with more yay than nay, okay? But I did love my time in Ohio. Myrtle Beach, maybe less, maybe. Kansas, I think Seafood Larry is against Tornado Alley locations. We've talked about this before, so probably not Kansas, y'all. Sorry. But wherever we're going, you guys are welcome to come with, okay?
I was in Kansas once, and when I woke up, I was like, looking around, I was like, I don't think I'm in Kansas anymore.
Oh, Lord God. All right, well.
I got a story about that. So
Not
I
a-
drove through Kansas. I forget the road.
Oh,
But I was driving through Kansas.
Yellow Brick Road?
Yeah, the Yellow Brick Road. Follow the Yellow Brick Road. Oh, so I was on a major road, man, and for like 300 miles, I saw like one tree. It was way out yonder, and I'm like, man, are we on a back road? But then I saw that we were on an interstate. I just thought it was funny.
It was funny. All right, family. England.
I was in the UK.
No, and no. So, any place where there is freedom still ringing and people fighting for freedom, that's where I'll be, okay? That's where you can find me.
Not
That's all I
knock
got.
it off on
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Les is cracking up. Les, you know what I'm talking about, brother. All right, family, we love you all. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your week. If you're a member, we'll see you on tomorrow's Q&A on Zoom. If you're not a member yet and want to become one, go to andrewshellen.com/join. And if you guys need anything between now and then, you can email support@andrewshellen.com or give us a call at 1-844-9-KUNG-FU. Please, if we don't, get to you right away, just leave a message. Don't keep calling back. It doesn't help. Just leave a message and we'll get back to you, okay?
Keep
All
talking
right.
for a minute.
I'm going to keep talking for a minute, and I'm not really sure why. Sandia says, take care, guys. She's a musician. Good night. She's a musician. I am not moving there. God bless you.
No,
I don't
man,
suggest
you can
going
sign-
there. I suggest going to the light, bro. Don't go that way, okay? We love you, and we don't want to see that happen to you. All right. Be blessed, family. Peace. See you next week or tomorrow.
Thank you for coming and watching our webinars where we answer your question. Today, I have a question for you. Have you ever had a problem where someone's size and strength makes a difference to you? The bigger and the stronger they are, the harder you find doing the technique. Have you ever had trained so hard and then have someone come out from nowhere just because he's genetically bigger? You find that it's very difficult for you to do as well? Have you ever had a problem where you put a lot of energy into it and you feel you got very little out of it? Have you ever asked your teacher a question on a technique that you couldn't do and his explanation was more like, get stronger, go faster, go harder? Well, you don't need to do that. What you really need to do is understand how the energy works behind what you do, because it doesn't matter how big a person is or how strong they are. The reason why you have problems is because you've never been taught to control the energy. You've been taught to overcome it or try to prevent it altogether. What we teach you at NDN is how to manipulate energy while it's there. Not try to beat it, not try to get rid of it, but use it to your advantage. NDN is about a system of converting energy and manipulating that energy to help you become more powerful through his force. Couple that with yours and not yours against his. The beauty about NDN is it's not a style. It doesn't lock into what you should or should not do. It locks into how you should and how you should not do. NDN's motto is, don't let style define you, let energy refine you. And NDN is all about learning how to feel, manipulate, control, and utilize that energy to your advantage. And you're probably wondering, like, how could that be? If someone's stronger than me, how can I use it? The analogy I always like to use is, no matter how big a vehicle is, as long as you control the steering wheel, the gas pedal, and the brake, you can control the force of that car. Or he could be the gas pedal to the world's most powerful car. You're the steering wheel. He says how fast he wants to go and when he wants to go. You're going to tell him where to go with it. Everything is based on energy, science. Nothing is based on belief or philosophy. Everything is based on science. If we can't prove the physics behind it, then we don't bother teaching it. So come, join us at Enter Shaolin and see what NDN is all about, and it'll change your system forever.